talk about except me than Cam Ward. Calvin Ridley.
See how he leads him out there?
No, look, you're right.
Inch.
Whilst he is not being talked about at all.
I know.
It's unfortunate. But
Guess how many yards Calvin Ridley had last year? 1,017?
Ridley's tough.
Good number.
If he's back to his form, yeah.
Yeah. With Cam Ward?
Could be
Watch it. Watch out for Cam Ward. We're going to be talking about Titans. They might not be a Monday team yet. They are definitely a Tuesday late in the show team. You can judge how good your team is when we talk about
If they feel like that's a
If you're a Super Bowl contender, A block Monday. Interesting.
Do they
Monday.
have any Monday night games? If they do,
Monday
they could
night.
definitely be a Tuesday.
If you put the Titans on Monday night, that would be interesting, but I don't think so.
I mean, they've got to have some national.
They
They certainly have a Thursday.
They could have a Thursday game. Watch out. You can get flexed in.
Bob just said in my ear, they're playing only Wednesdays. Okay.
Wonderful. Seahawks, Jalen Milroe. Roll Tide.
Good.
He looked really good. 6 for 10, 61 passing yards. Had
I
some
would
nice
like
rushes,
to see
including
him
this.
succeed.
38 rushing yards.
I would like to see him succeed.
The thing is, his problem was just consistency.
Yes.
And
Well,
so
throwing.
he looked good last night. But
Throwing
that's
was
part
an
of the
issue.
consistency. So looked good last night. Let's see how he continues to play.
Are you in on Jalen Milroe?
You know what? Last night watching him, this is gonna sound really bad, but he looked like a quarterback. Like, and I mean from a throwing perspective.
Right.
Like I know he's an athlete that can throw the ball, but like just the posture of him.
Yeah, he was ready to go.
Yeah,
maybe
that
a little
doesn't
too
sound
much.
bad.
No,
That-
that's
At
good.
Bama, he was.
Yeah, he
Ready to
just
move.
looked like, no, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I got
Confident.
it. Yeah.
Love it. Wonderful. We saw this net drill with Caleb, and it didn't go great. So then this Josh Allen net drill came along. And let's just say it goes a little bit better.
Well, we also saw Caleb nail it. We saw it not go great once and then nail it once, to be fair.
Look at the angles Josh Allen's throwing.
No, did you see Mahomes? They blindfolded him, spun him around, and he almost made it.
I was looking for that
Oh,
video
really?
to add to Weird and Wonderful. I couldn't see it. Look at this. Come on.
I mean, that was
Now
good.
Look at this
cooking.
one.
He's cooking.
Off the side. He doesn't like that one.
okay.
He was cooking.
Opens up against the Ravens.
Ravens.
Wonderful. We talked about him earlier. Tanner McKee. First of all, this tush push just barely got it.
Yeah, that's not a
This is not a
Eagles
Jalen Hurts tush push,
Still worked.
but it works exactly. Greg, he had 193 yards and 2 touchdowns in the first half. He ends with 252 and 3 total touchdowns, 2 through the air, 1 there. Tanner McKee, something or nothing?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say it's nothing, but what was something was the fact that they did that on that one's defense of the Bengals.
Yeah.
That is something.
Yeah. Something
That's
not
something.
good.
Yeah. Something bad.
Not great. Weird Colts Ravens. Well, I got to get Greg's take on Anthony Richardson.
Yeah.
Greg, what was your take on this?
Nick said it. I listened to the A block. Like this is all on AR, man. You know the protection. You know you don't have them protected. Everybody's sliding.
Is it a teachable moment? Like, oh, okay, now I know that, or is that
No,
like a
this
fatal
is,
error?
This is known. This is known.
It's not like, oh.
And everybody has a lapse. Everybody has one of these moments. It's just tough because these are moments in his career where he's at, and the expectations are you can't make these mistakes. If you're in a quarterback battle and you're doing that, Daniel Jones, come on.
Yeah,
not
but
either.
that was the problem
And then Daniel
too.
Jones comes on and they're like, all right.
It goes
Okay.
10 for 21.
How's your pinky doing? You okay? Can you throw left-handed?
They're forcing him back already Saturday.
wasn't great,
We need you
right?
out there.
It wasn't.
Wasn't great.
His third year, he should not be making that mistake.
Just tough.
No, he
You
should.
don't even want to see rookies.
Daniel Jones had the one RPO and almost threw the pick, and I'm like, thank you for trying.
Final wonderful. Fell off everybody's radar. Desmond Ridder.
He was never on our radar,
He was on
bro.
people's radars.
Whose?
Mine.
Why?
Because he's a mediocre quarterback now.
I love this for Desmond Ridder though.
Yeah.
To be able
To learn
anytime,
under Burrow.
absolutely. Anytime you can get behind or be behind and get to watch a quarterback that has done it at a high level and has had success and does it the way that Joe Burrow does it, you're going to get better. Like, it's like being in a really deep wide receiver room. Everybody's going to elevate their level of play.
Look at what it did for Darnold and Baker. Seriously. Darnold got better. I'm not even trying to start. I'm serious. In a year in San Francisco helped
Kyle.
Yeah, and Brock. But but still. And Baker in the Rams for a little while. Yeah.
That's weird and wonderful from the National Pastimes. Browns, Panthers tonight at 7, NFL Network. Shedeur under center. Coach Prime talked about Shedeur starting tonight. Take a listen.
Well, we've already spoken like 3 times today. We just got off the phone joking and clowning like crazy. It's going to be strange for both of us. I was in the hospital the last time. I missed, I think, 3 games, and this time I'm well. But, you know, me going out there taking that walk and him taking that walk, and he know I'm not there. That's different. That's different for him. So, but he's so prepared right now. A lot of people are approaching it like a preseason game. He's approaching like a game.
Expectations for Shedeur tonight?
Well, the last part that Deion said, he has to approach it like it's a game. Like like we have to accept he's a 5th round pick.
Yep.
We just have to accept it. Forget what we think he should have been, where he should have been drafted. He's a 5th round pick. There are 12 guys playing in this game that were drafted before Sherod Sanders on both sides. 12 guys. We don't talk about McMillan, who was there, the Panthers' 1st round pick, Mason Graham, who was the Cleveland Browns. We're talking about Shedeur. So he has to approach it as a game, and I believe he will. I think we're going to see him for the first half for sure, and probably some of the second half. And if he just looks the part, like I mentioned with Jalen Milroe, and I believe he'll look the part, but if he executes, and I'm not saying he has to go down and he has to score every single time he has the ball, but if we can walk away from watching him play and say, man, did you see Shedeur? Like, did you see some of the throws he made? Did you see him, like, directing traffic? Did you see him commanding the huddle? If that's what we're walking away saying, and this is us, imagine what the locker room's going to be buzzing like. Imagine what the coaching staff, he has to put the pressure on his coaching staff to then be in question of like, man, what are we going to do moving forward? Because that's what he has to do.
Yeah.
Forget what the expectations are. This is what you have as a 5th round guy. If there's any other 5th round guy playing tonight, we don't know. And if they make plays, it's like this guy was drafted in the 5th round. Man, he's making some noise because of something that he's doing out there on the field that's making us aware that he's out there and he should potentially get a chance to make this team. Shedeur has to do that the entire time he's out there.
Yeah, no, I agree with all of that. And it's interesting because we talked about how from afar it looks like, are they giving him a fair shot? That narrative of they're setting him up to fail has been huge with a lot of people on social media and stuff. And I think the Browns are thinking about that. Because you mentioned an article by Mary Kay Cabot. I worked with Mary Kay at the Cleveland Plain Dealer. Like, she's a great reporter. You mentioned an article she wrote today. It was glowing about Shedeur, like almost too glowing. Like the Browns were like, hey, we got to get away from this narrative that we're going against him. Here's some of the descriptions of him from her. He throws an extremely catchable ball.
That's Wild's whole thing.
He has an uncanny sense of touch.
Yeah.
He's smooth. He's efficient. He's a gamer. And I'm here for all of that. But I'm just saying, like, it definitely looks like the Browns are like, we got to get away from this notion that we're against this kid. So if he goes out, Nick, I don't think there's the chance. Obviously, there's some chance, but I think it's a very remote chance for him to start game 1. And I don't even know that that'd be good for him unless he is absolutely electric in the preseason. Right. I think, though, what we've talked about before, it's for that bye week. When they play 7 games, they'll be 1-7 or 2-6 going into the bye. All right. And then coming out of that, the schedule lightens a little. It's still going to be tough, but it lightens a little. That's when I think one of these young guys will get a chance, and Shedeur can get a head start tonight.
Yeah, so I'm kind of focused on the in-between of where you are. I think Shedor's goal of this training camp has to have been be the best rookie quarterback on this team in the team's eyes when camp breaks. And Gabriel's injury has given him the opportunity to now do that. Mary Kay's article also said he is going to play most of the game.
Yeah.
They talked about around, they think, 50 snaps is what they're looking
he should.
at. Right, which he should do because the other guy is Tyler Huntley, and nothing against Snoop Huntley. He's a known quantity, and he just got there. Right. And he is not going to make this Browns team. For Huntley, it's a good opportunity to catch on somewhere else. But that also might be the opportunity for Shedor.
Yep.
So here is if he plays, and now Mary Kay's article talks about what he does really well. Seems like the article theme of it was, once the ball is snapped, he's outperformed his draft status. Before the ball is snapped, he's behind compared to Gabriel. You know what I mean? The pre-snap stuff and the learning the playbook might be too harsh, but digesting the playbook, so to speak. But if he plays well today, and then a week from now in their second preseason game when Gabriel plays, if Gabriel does not, one of two things will have to happen. Either he is elevated on the Browns depth chart, and even if they don't release an official one, we will see it by practice snaps and who gets snaps with the ones and things like that. Or the Browns start getting calls from other teams that would value him more. And I'm going to keep bringing up the Rams, because if you are the Los Angeles Rams and you feel like this is Stafford's last year and he's already potentially somewhat injured, and your backup quarterback is a guy with a real injury risk and you don't have a long-term plan, if Shedor looks good and handles himself well and all of that, is it not worth calling? And you call Cleveland, you're like, hey, you guys have him fourth on your depth chart still. He's getting fourth-team reps. Is he worth a fourth-round pick? You know what I mean? And you can flip it that way. So I think Shedor, the opportunity tonight is enormous, and one that he only got because of the injuries to these other guys, and you got to take advantage of it.
Greg, let's just go both ends of the hypotheticals. What if it goes amazingly? I don't know how good amazing could be in the preseason, but
Tanner McKee.
Tanner McKee had 3 touchdowns, 250 yards. What if that's the performance? What would that do to the locker room? And is there an actual chance that he could start week 1?
That's what you want if you're Shedor. That's what it has to be. To make this roster, to move up, I don't think whatever he does, I don't think he will be week 1 start. That's not going to happen. But in his focus needs to be, I'm going to make plays, I'm going to take advantage of my opportunity, and when this game is over, they will have a real discussion and have to have a real discussion on, I think we're all safe to say he's better than Dylan Gabriel, or he can compete with Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
You mentioned something really quick that I don't think we talk about, digesting the playbook and not taking a shot at him. But when your dad has been your coach, and you got to believe Shedor has had all types of input on how he wanted to run the offenses at Jackson State and Colorado, to where it was favorable for him. And so now this is the first time he's thrown into a situation where, these aren't the plays that I'm used to. This isn't
plays.
Exactly. This isn't my stuff. And so he's having to learn probably something that he's never had to learn before. And so you do have to play catch up in that sense, where Dylan Gabriel probably has already had that.
Okay, flip side. What if it's Anthony Richardson-esque?